Hello, welcome to the Nordic Tesla Life channel. Today we are testing out my wife's Tesla Model 3 and let's compare it to Tesla Model Y. I haven't had a chance to drive her Tesla Model 3 about 1 month. So let's see how it compares to Tesla Model Y and how it feels after driving Tesla Model Y. So let's go inside to the car. This is a little bit tight spaced here. So, it looks quite nice and tidy. Okay, now I'm in the car and this feels almost the same, but a little bit maybe I'm sitting lower naturally because this car is lower, and otherwise it feels quite the same. And there is the update that is not installed yet. Okay, I will have to click this, but let's go onto the road now. Okay, now we are on the road, and the driving position, as you can see, is a little bit tighter than my Model Y. I have almost feet in my mouth basically. So I'm 183 centimeters, so a little bit taller than standard Finnish guy. So I would say this driving position is not so good than in Tesla Model Y. But this driving experience feels a little bit much more sportier when I'm lower on the ground, and this kind of positive things this Model 3 has. And as for the consumption numbers, I can see there is the trip meter 39,000 kilometers, and it has been average consumption of 17.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So it's about 3 kilowatt hours less than my Model Y's average consumption, so this goes a little bit more energy efficient. Otherwise this feels quite the same, but I would say this feeling of a ride is a little bit better than the Tesla Model Y, to be honest. And this car has the EAP enhanced autopilot package, so this is something that I'm very envied. So this means that we have the auto park option here, and then also the automatic lane change options and that kind of thing. So in Europe I think it's worth of the money compared to the full self-driving that is basically the same because of the European Union regulation things. So EAP has very good price point compared to full self-driving package. So let's continue the trip. And when we are comparing these spaces to Tesla Model Y, the backseat space is a little bit tighter there. So I would say this is optimal for maybe a family with 1 or 2 kids. The 3 kids in the backseat might be a little bit too much when we are making a weekend trip or something like that, with all the luggage and that kind of things to be packed. So basically 1 or 2 kids is fine in the back seat, but the 3 is a little bit maybe tight in the longer trips. And also the luggage surprisingly good when I'm comparing to my previous BMW 3 Series, and even in the 5 Series. There is the sub-trunk in the trunk, and the trunk gives so much storage space. So that is a very good thing to have. And when I'm comparing this driving dynamics, it's much more aware of the road, and the feeling of driving is more active than in the Tesla Model Y. And as for the performance of this Tesla Model 3, this car is a total rocket, I would say. You can take your driving license off very fastly if you drive with this car and not think about the speed limits. Basically I had to make 2 overtakes, and it's very fast and very pleasant to make those overtakes, and drive this car. When I'm comparing this to Model Y, this car is very fast, and when I put this car to chill mode, I would say this is the normal level of Tesla Model Y driving as the standard. And we had the possibility to drive a couple of weeks Tesla Model Y's performance because it was the Tesla's loaner when this was in the quarantine service. And when I'm comparing Tesla Model Y's performance to this long-range model of Tesla Model 3, I would say they are at the same level in the performance-wise. And Tesla Model Y with the performance package is very fast also, but the driving dynamics is a little bit not so good because the car is bigger and it's not so good handling in the curves compared to this Tesla Model 3. And for the waves of the back from the rear view mirror, I would say this Tesla Model 3 is a little bit better because there is the glass roof and it gives more visibility than Tesla Model Y gives because it has the small window in the back. But otherwise, this is very nice car to drive also. And this car is Tesla Model 3 with the long range 4-wheel drive, and this doesn't have the performance package. And this is the 21 refresh version, so this has the double glasses and this kind of extras that is not in the first versions of Tesla Model 3s, and also the heat pump. And let's see if we have these issues in the upcoming winter, because everyone is saying that heat pumps in the Nordic conditions are failing. So let's see what happens. And this car has the quarantine still left. My wife got a car with 80,000 kilometers, and there is the added 1-year quarantine, so we are under warranty with this car. And let's see what happens in the next coming winter. Okay, we are arriving to our destination soon, so let's make a little bit wrapping up. So 72 kilometers has been driven in 55 minutes, and consumption is 17 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So I would say with this active style of driving, not in chill mode, this is rather good, and a couple of kilowatt hours more the Tesla Model Y would have been consuming in this trip. Okay, now we are back on the track, and we have eaten and enjoyed a Finnish coffee and bun, traditional foods and social conventions. Maybe it's time to wrap up this comparison video. One thing that I want to emphasize in the ending was that this Tesla Model 3 has 18-inch wheels and Tesla Model Y has 19-inch wheels, so that makes also impact to the energy efficiency. But the Y has smallest possible rims 19-inch, so it cannot be smaller. Basically, these two cars are quite similar, but these have differences. Basically, if you want to enjoy firmer ride and driving dynamics, and you don't have so much people driving with you, I would take Tesla Model 3. And if you have a family and lots of luggage, then I would go to Tesla Model Y direction. Basically, the price points is about 5,000 euros difference, so it's not that much if you compare the possibilities that Model Y offers. So it's up to you which one you will choose. Okay, and finally, answer to the big question, why I chose Tesla Model Y over Tesla Model 3. And the biggest reason was my wife. I wanted to have a bigger car than she has, to be honest. But other reasons was that I have been driving that Volkswagen ID.3 one winter in Finnish cold condition with slippery roads, and it was rear-wheel drive, and it was not so pleasant to drive on these roads. So now I will have a four-wheel drive once again, and also the amount of space between the road and car is, I think, 70 centimeters compared to Tesla Model 3's 13 centimeters. So there is more space because there will be hard conditions in Finland in winter time. And also our family road trips, I think Model Y is much more nicer to the passengers, and also the luggage space. Okay, that was the reason. So what do you think? Would you choose Model 3 or Model Y? Comment please. And thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more this kind of content, and like. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.